Hello everyone and welcome to the Munce Report this week as trainer Chris Munce brings us up to speed with all the latest news from the stable. Welcome mate, how's your week been? You had 13 horses step out at the Doomben Jump Outs on Tuesday, including the flashy grey Boom Nova, who had a tune up ahead of next weekend's $500,000 Aquis Jewel on the Gold Coast. What did you make of her performance?
I thought she went really well, Adam. I mean, they ran exceptionally fast time. It was nearly a new track record, I think, when they for jump outs. But I mean, she performed well, a lot of speed. She got back a little bit off the speed, probably about 4 lengths off the leader, and then was able to make good ground late to narrowly win the jump out. So I thought overall it was a very, very good effort. And, you know, fitness obviously is pretty well spot on to where I want her.
Very good. Obviously, she had that brief break off the back of the Magic Millions. And what will you do with her now, you know, between now and the race next week?
Probably not much. I mean, I think the way she jumped out, she was pretty fit and she pulled up quite well after it. So I think now it's just a matter of keeping her happy, just keeping her up to the mark. And she's a pretty clean-winded filly, and I'm sure she'll get down there. And as she always does, she'll put in 200% for us. No
doubt Mr. Huxtable would have had a smile on his face knowing that, she's headed towards that feature race next week.
Yeah, he was really happy. He said that she felt great and was very strong through the line. So, you know, he was very, very pleased with the way that she performed on Tuesday.
Very good. Well, it's exciting times ahead for connections there. And speaking of Boom Nova, you've recently announced a new partnership with Unibet, which will see Munce Racing owners receive owner bonuses and uplifts on their horses. Obviously an exciting initiative. And I believe that the guys at Unibet are cooking up a little interesting offer on for Boom Nova ahead of the duel. So we'll keep you posted on that in next week's show. In other stable news, the babies are continuing their education out at Fenwick Farm as they're broken in and learning what it's all about. We've got some footage of the Capitalist colt here under saddle. And have you been happy with the reports that you're receiving back from Greg Bennett and the team?
Yeah, couldn't be happier. They've all broken in really well, taking it all in their stride, and they do a wonderful job down there at Fenwick. They seem to let them progress naturally, and they'll actually go for a short break on Monday, and after that they'll be back into the stable probably about after 10 days, 2 weeks, and back in, have a quick little tune up at Fenwick Farm before coming and having their first experience in our stables for a week or so, and getting used to the surroundings. And it's all part of their learning progress. It's a long road, but yeah, you'll soon pick out the ones that want to put their hand up and show that they can run early.
Yeah, sure. And there's been lots of interest in those Magic Millions purchases, the Capitalist Pandas Turn colt, the Jukebox Friendly Go filly, and the Flying Artie Abercolt. So, and no doubt more babies set to join them with the upcoming March Magic Millions sale in 10 days' time.
Yeah, well, that's exciting too. I mean, we've been able to secure some really nice horses from this sale over the years, and this year will be no different, I'm sure. I mean, there's plenty of horses there. The cutest makes it very, very attractable for Queensland owners, particularly if you can get your hands on a nice filly. The bonuses are huge for a nice Queensland bred filly. So we'll be down there searching around, trying to find a nice horse for them.
Very good. So will anyone wanting more information on getting involved with any of the yearlings or those to come purchased from the March Magic Millions sale can email admin@munceracing.com.au. Okay, well, let's get into the preview, mate. It's a little quiet on the runner front. Gold Coast Saturday, you've got the one runner flying the flag. Triptonic here in the BK Racing and Breeding colours lines up in a maiden plate over the 1,200 metres. And he's been knocking on the door, hasn't he?
Yeah, he sure has, Adam. His last run at Doomben was very, very good. He was a closing second to that horse that won yesterday at Doomben, Bundy and Coke. So the form around him is really quite strong, and he handles the wet. Hasn't drawn ideal. He's drawn barrier 12 of 12 as usual with my barriers, but I mean, he'll probably drift back a little bit anyway, and I'm sure that Kyle Wilson-Taylor will give him a good ride from just off the speed somewhere.
Yeah, Kyle Wilson-Taylor aboard, claiming the 1.5 kilos there from barrier 12. So good luck to connections there. Hopefully today's the day for him to break his maiden. Okay, and then moving over to Sunshine Coast on Sunday, where there's the 2 runners lining up for the team. Race 7 is a Class 1 handicap over the 1,800 metres, where Northern Woods lines up. He was obviously a brave effort in higher grade at midweek level last start, and Ryan Wiggins is back aboard.
He sure was, and I'm pretty much convinced now that this horse just likes to be on top of the ground. I don't really think he's a wet tracker. So I'm certainly hoping that the rain takes up before now and then. But I was really pleased with the way he performed the other day. He still had a little bit of weight to lump in a Class 1 on Sunday, but I've got a lot of time for this horse. He just keeps stepping up to the mark, and as you said, Ryan knows him well, so I'm sure it'll give him a good ride.
Very good. Then we move over to race 8, where Centrefire resumes in a Class 3 plate over the 1,000 metres. She was an impressive performer in her jump out on Tuesday with Larry Cassidy aboard, and he partners her here from barrier 2.
Yeah, well, she's drawn beautifully. I think this barrier suits her. She's another one, though. I want to see the track dry out. I don't want to run her on a rain-affected track. I just don't think we see the best of her on any sort of a soft surface. But if the track dries out, she'll run. She's pulled up terrific from her jump out on Tuesday, and she's well and truly on the fresh side. So I'd expect her in a race like this to be very competitive. She's a nice mare, and if she races to her work, well, there's no doubt she's a major player in a race like this.
Yeah, very good. You could hear a little twinkle in Larry's voice with his post trial feedback the other day. So I know he'll be excited, no doubt.
Yeah, well, he was very happy. I think it probably surprised him the way that she sort of was very professional in their jump out. She got back and switched off, but when he asked her for a bit of an effort, he could feel her really lift and hit the line strongly. So, you know, I think we found a bit of a help to her. I think she likes to race a little bit on the fresh side, so we'll keep her that way. And you know, from a good draw there on Sunday, she'll give herself every chance.
Very good, mate. Well, that's the preview for this week. 3 runners, and by the sounds of it, looks like 3 good chances, provided the track conditions are favourable. So, all the best to yourself and connections, and looking ahead to an exciting week for Dual Week next week.
Good on you, Adam. Thanks very much, mate.